This is a review of the Nighthawk X4 AC2350 Smart Wi-Fi router. Out of the box, you'll find the Wi-Fi router itself. I've left the plastic on it to show you later on what it's for. You'll find 4 different aiming antennas. 2 of them are labeled 1. One of them is labeled 2. And the other one is labeled 3 on these little stickers. And that helps you to put them in the right position on the Netgear unit. You'll find a high quality Ethernet cable. It's roughly 57 inches long. And you'll find the power supply with a 72-inch or 6-foot cable on it. It's rated to operate at 100 to 240 volts AC and 50 to 60 hertz. It has an output of 12 volts DC at 3.5 amps, and it is UL certified. You will find a very brief installation manual. That I found the installation guide, the specification sheet, and the full user manual, and they're available on the internet at the Netgear website. A comment to my review that has that web address so you can go to it. I'll point out on the top here, you'll see a piece of adhesive. On that are 4 labels for the antennas, and the antennas are numbered because they're shaped differently. Make sure you mount the appropriate antenna in the right spot. You'll find on the top a label that has the SSID name on it and also the password to sign in. Top here you'll see this row of LEDs. These last 2 are actually buttons. This is where you turn on the Wi-Fi off and on, and this here is the WPS or the Wi-Fi protected setup button. This LED indicates power, internet connection, 2.4 gigahertz band, 5 gigahertz band, 2 USB 3.0 ports are in function, an eSATA port's in function, and the 4 different ports for the local area network. On the left side you can see a gold-plated antenna connection. This is for antenna 2, and 2 USB 3.0 ports. Those are for your network storage devices that you can attach. On the right side you can see the eSATA port for another external network storage device. Another connection here for antenna type 3. This is for the gold-plated screw-on. The antenna is laying back behind it right now. Turn the LEDs off and on. Here's a recessed reset button. 2 antenna connections, gold-plated. 4 channels of Ethernet connection with wired sources for 10, 100, or 1000 speeds. Here you have the internet input. Here you have the power input. And here's a power off-on switch. That's also nice. You can turn this off when you go on vacation just for added security. Here you can see all 4 antennas screwed in place and tightened down. I just wanted you to point out the different shapes so you can see why they're numbered now. This is the first quad stream router released by Netgear. It features the use of a powerful 1.4 gigahertz CPU, and it actually has a second CPU internally running at 500 megahertz. The second CPU is used as a Wi-Fi offload processor. The unit has 2 USB ports and 1 SATA port to provide fast network storage for your home and office. The specs for the speeds of the CPUs and the number of network storage ports make this a very powerful system for your networking needs. Wi-Fi speeds of up to 2.33 gigabits per second, and the unit also has 128 megabytes of flash memory and 256 megabytes of RAM. In review, I'm going to show data that shows the different signal strengths, comparing this to a good ASUS router, an excellent Netgear Nighthawk AC1900, and this Netgear Nighthawk X4. When you unbox this router, you're going to be shocked at its size. I have huge hands, so this thing will cover a large surface area on your desk. You have enough desktop real estate to handle it, but its performance is worth it. Antennas are highly adjustable to allow you to direct the Wi-Fi spread of the signal to the best advantage of your house. Several good Wi-Fi analyzer apps available for your tablet, and they can help you measure signal strength. I use them in my testing all the time. Here you can see one such app being used to measure the signal strength of Netgear, which is the Wi-Fi system I'm testing. It is also highly intelligent, and it contains beamforming Plus, which is a functionality that will help improve the coverage area of the Wi-Fi network and deliver high-strength signals to all your Wi-Fi devices. The 1.4 gigahertz dual-core processor helps speed up data communication and the use of admin functions. It also handles the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi bandwidth. The second 500 megahertz CPU control operates the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi bandwidth. Using this router, you really notice the faster CPU speed and the faster Wi-Fi rates. It's great for gaming and streaming of video. There's less stalling, stuttering, and buffering of data from your transmission of videos. So powerful, you can actually stream 2 videos simultaneously with no problem to 2 different televisions, for example. The nice thing about it is it's a 2.4 gigahertz router and a 5 gigahertz router, and that way you could be doing like backing up a computer to a server with one bandwidth and streaming video with the other. Experience and testing, you're going to get much faster streaming with the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, but you're going to get far better range with the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. By itself has a programmable quality of service feature. That's for those people who do a lot of gaming, for example, or critical applications like voice over internet protocol or streaming of HD high quality video. It allows you to assign certain amounts of the bandwidth that's out of this device and dedicate it to a certain app or to a certain function. My experiences at setting up this router, I found no disk in the kit. I'm used to that, but like I said, I did find it online for the instruction manual. It's fast and easy to set up, and just use the internet connection and let the wizard do the work. This router, it fired up its wizard and it walked me through getting connected to my cable modem. That was it. Fast, simple, and easy. Quickly connected to my Roku and also directly to my TV and stream video. It always allowed the highest resolution of video to be streamed without any buffering or stuttering. See the Wi-Fi router installed and the LEDs blinking? I don't have anything hooked up as far as computers because I've disconnected them because I have to rewire my network for security reasons, but everything worked fine. On the back here is a switch, and if I flip this switch, this controls the LEDs, and you'll see them go out, and all of them go dim except for the power LED. It was fast and easy. I just hooked it up with a cable directly to my computer, hooked it to my cable modem, and followed the instructions in the little quick install guide, and within a few minutes it was operated and tied to the network. Here you can see some test data that I took comparing the units to the Asus router I had, a Netgear Nighthawk AC1900 and a Netgear X4 system. As you can see, the Netgear 2.4 gigahertz on the X4 unit was by far the best of the 3 units, and consistently better until you got to the very long distance of about 65 feet, which was shooting through multiple floors. I also did a comparison of the signal strength of the 2.4 gigahertz to the 5 gigahertz bandwidth based on distance, and you can see the 5 gigahertz did real well until you got out to about, I would say 30 feet or further, and then the 2.4 gigahertz was stronger, which is what I would suspect. Here you can see a Wi-Fi chart showing all the networks in the area of my home, and as you can see, the Netgear 96 just overwhelms the rest of them. You can see I connected a Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 to the network. It automatically attached itself to the 5G network, and its link speed was 150 megabits per second, which is awful good. You can see I did an Ookla speed test, and my download was 12.78 megabits per second, and my upload was 2.59 megabits per second, which for my IPS provider is pretty good. I'm only paying for 18 and 2. I rarely see 18 unless all my neighbors are away from home. This is an excellent router, extremely fast. I rated it at 5 stars. I do wish I had a CD of the manual inside of the box. You know, if you're hooking up a router and it's not working for whatever reason, how do you get to the manual if you don't have an internet? I guess I'm just old-fashioned and like documentation. I was supplied a sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to give a fair and honest review. I will keep updating this review as I use the router longer. If any incidents do happen, I'll keep you informed.